bit of brain work. You know, it's amazing these days we're hearing so much about neuroplasticity and longevity and dementia and everything to do with the workings of our brain box. It's totally fascinating and really engages me. So this is a Kriya to give power to the brain. So one imagines it's a stimulation. The brain works on chemicals and they all have different functions and it's all very complicated. But we know that if we do the Kriya from A to Z and everything in between, we have a result. So it is really honestly a practice that you can trust. So without further ado, let us tune in with the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo. We are bowing with the Namo. We're bowing to infinite creativity, and the Gurudev refers to our soul, the quiet voice within us where all the answers are to be found if you just pay attention and listen carefully. So that's the good news. Bring your hands together. And just for now, close your eyes. Rubbing the hands stimulates the nerve endings. So we're alert and awake and ready. So bring your thumbs to rest against your sternum bone. Sit up straight and tall. Draw your chin in slightly. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale to chant with me. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And a deep breath in again. This time, hold the breath. Circulate the prana, the life force. And release. Rest your hands down. And we'll go straight into the first exercise. There are 6 of them in all, and they're all rather fun. So if you're a beginner, you do what you can do and build on that. It doesn't take very long to build that strength. So just remembering what we're doing is giving power to the brain. And for this first exercise, I'm going to turn sideways to you so you have a better idea of how it looks. And just for a change, you're going to keep your eyes open for this exercise. And you're focusing straight ahead of you. So this is how it works. You start with the arms straight out, parallel. There's no bend in the elbows, they're straight. And then you're going to raise to about a 60-degree angle. And then you're going to bring them down. Now this is a very rapid movement. It's as if you are pushing down to that parallel line. So these angles in yoga are always very important, and they're always for a certain effect that you want to have. So we're going to do this for 3 minutes. So eyes are open and start moving as fast as you can. You will find that your breath will find its own rhythm. Sit up tall, focus your gaze at a spot in front of you. Natural breathing is what just comes by itself naturally. So I'm finding that as I bring the arms sharply down, I exhale. See how it works for you. It's as if you're bouncing a great big ball. You can think of it as a ball of pure energy that you're bouncing. And meanwhile, while we're doing this for another just under 2 minutes, you can imagine what your brain is doing. It's waking up. It's, my goodness, what's going on here? And those brain chemicals are being released. One tends to think of a motor car very often because we know how that works with the accelerator, the gears, the brakes. So we are starting that process of getting going. A little bit of gas, keep the pace going, keep the breath going. And all this is happening through the nervous system. I find that the more I learn about the functioning of the body generally, the more fascinating and the more miraculous our bodies are. They really deserve to be well looked after. So just the last few seconds. Inhale, raise both arms straight up. Stretch up. Hold the breath. And exhale, lower your arms down. So that was fun, I hope, for you. I'm going to just show you the next exercise. So I'm using the mat here. So we go from Cobra pose and then rest down. The idea is that we bring the chin down, and when you push up, your arms need to be straight. So you can gauge for yourself with Cobra pose, the further your hands are away from your body, the less pressure there is in your lower back. However, we want to try and do the pose as well as we can by bringing the hands a little further in towards your body so that you get that nice stretch and compression in your lower back. That's what it's about. So we're just going up and down. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you go down. And I'm going to put us on the clock for 2.5 minutes. Your legs are straight out behind you. and they're together. Notice where you're feeling the stretch. Probably all over, and that's good. We're working the upper body. And you know what? As we age, we need to keep the upper body strong. Lifting weights is a very good thing to do, because it's amazing how much the upper body can support you. Just try to press through. Really gets the old ticker going. The heart. And to get us through, we want to really amp up the breathing, good strong breaths in and out. How are we doing? 30 more seconds. We can do it. Almost there. Yeah. A few more. And inhale, push up. And exhale, relax. So you can just collapse down, or you can just come sitting and we rest for a little while just to get our breath back. So the next exercise is great fun. I love this one. So if you're a super duper yogi and you can go into lotus pose, you can do that now. But you know, the idea is we never force our bodies if they're not willing to go there. We work with it. So if lotus pose is a bit of a stretch, it's definitely a bit of a stretch for me these days. I can do a half one, but just be comfortable, because what we're going to do is simply this. You make fists with your hands and you have them next to you, and then you're going to levitate. You're going to push up and drop down. Okay, that's rather fun. So we're going to do this also for 2.5 minutes. So the impact of your coming down is rather like a shock absorber. So with that impact, it ricochets up your spine. So good for your spine to do that. And it's also allowing those areas around your sitting bones at the base of your pelvis to be activated. What does that have to do with the brain? I'm not quite sure, actually, but it obviously does the job. So, are you ready? We're just going to bounce up and down. Here we go. I promise you, you will never have flabby upper arms. I believe they call them bingo arms. If you do this exercise, you will have lovely, firm upper arms. Again, just go with the natural breath. It's the impact of coming down that it makes you exhale. So that's natural breath. It's just the natural thing to do. I know what it's doing. It's just shaking your brain up. Because every time you come down, you have this, almost like this energy that's shooting up your spine and directly into your head. Few more seconds, that's all. Whew. Well, that was fun. Okay, so we're going to relax a little bit. What's nice to do is just to close your eyes now. You're taking away the sense of sight to withdraw within yourself. That otherwise you might not notice if your eyes are open. It's always good to feel the beating of your heart and thank it for doing its wonderful work 24/7. Right. The next one. We're simply going to do it for 1 minute, and we're going to make a bit of a noise doing this one. Anything that involves beating is rather nice because you can vent your frustrations, your anger, your whatever, and not feel bad about it. You're not hurting anybody. All right, so we're lying down. You take your arms straight back onto the floor, and then you bring them down, beating the floor. So, we're on the clock for 1 minute. You can make plenty of noise. And just release any sense of frustration out of your body. Find your own rhythm. Really good for your shoulders to move like this. If you do have an issue with your shoulders, you modify. You don't take them all the way back. You can just bring them up slightly, and then you can still get your beating going. Oh, and the time's up. 2 more exercises. For 2 minutes. This next one is called the back platform. Back platform because your back is closest to the ground. And we're placing our hands back behind the hips, and we lift the whole body, so it makes a straight line from your head down to your feet for 2 minutes. Here we go. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you come down. Again, that upper body strength. Brain activation. This is an excellent exercise for us elderlies. And you could start with just a few and slowly build it up. Rome was not built in a day, but if you persist and you can do a little bit every day, you'll be amazed at how your body responds, becoming stronger day by day. Just over 30 seconds to go. Yes, we're keeping the leg muscles nice and active. Toes pointed, giving that sense of lightness, if you can imagine lightness. And there we are. So lie down now, catch your breath, and one more exercise to go. So our second exercise was Cobra. Now this one is called front platform pose. So instead of keeping your hips down, you keep them lifted. And you're lowering yourself down. Now the tendency is to want to let your hips drop. But the good news is we're doing it for only 1 minute. So try to keep your body making a straight line all the way through. Woo! This is a good one. No bingo arms for us, eh? So just try and go through it. If you can go all the way down, it's good. Otherwise, as far as you can. Let me tell you, this old duck is struggling here. Definitely need to practice it more. 10 seconds. Oh. 5 seconds. Come on. If I can do it, even half do it, so can you. Phew, and we're done. So, relax. Relax completely. You can either lie on your back, just flip yourself over, but it's good to lie on your stomach. It's very good. It's good for the internal organs. So just turn your head to one side. And rest. feel your whole body slowing down, your heart rate. And we have to remember that our body is always willing to serve us, even though sometimes we abuse it through the strength that we gain through our yoga. We learn to have more respect for our bodies and the incredible work that they do for us. So this particular Kriya calls for a good long rest with all that upper body work, as long as you wish, really as long as you wish. About 7 minutes would be good. So I would just like to show you the last exercise. It's hardly an exercise, it's just beautiful free movement, allowing your body to sinuously move. If you've got some music handy, you can play it. So this is to do after you've had your Shavasana, your total relaxation. You can spend a few minutes just dancing it whilst you're seated, giving you that sense of freedom, of movement. Your brain has been stimulated. You feel alert and at ease. So that is that little bit of movement after your relaxation. So if you have already done the Kriya, you can take a nice long relaxation and then do that little bit of a dance at the end and you're done. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. Satnam.